Welcome back to the Business Experience Show, where you can learn from others' mistakes and successes in business.
Welcome to the Business Experience Show. I'm your host, Lisa Caprelli. For more information about our show, visit thebusinessexperienceshow.com. That's thebusinessexperienceshow.com. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you'd like to talk to us about being a guest on our show, your information can benefit other listeners. Go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. Welcome back, Kramer Cole-Smith. Isn't this fun?
This is great.
And now we have guest number 2. Today we are with Amanda Bui, owner of Nails Paradise Nail Salon in Irvine, California. Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And her beautiful daughter's in studio, Miss Amanda, too. Amanda started out as a college student in the fashion industry and began working part-time at a nail salon to earn money for college. Her work ethic and entrepreneurial spirit quickly took hold, and she was soon the owner of her first salon in Newport Beach at a relatively young age. How old were you?
22.
So imagine this. Amanda comes here. English is your second language.
Yes.
You speak Vietnamese. You come here and you're learning English. And I have to honor you. How many people in the country would love to be a business owner and they only know one language? And so here you are. Thank you for sharing your story with us, with listeners for the Business Experience Show. So Amanda, when you were young, you said you were fun.
Yes, I was fun, young, and and very good. I love fashion, and fashion is still my passion. I still want to go back to school, and then I went to school, and then I become the nail technician, and then work part-time at the nail salon, and you want to own the business quickly.
So you eventually sold that salon in Newport Beach, and then you moved to Wichita, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 1994. Then you started another nail salon in a shopping mall for only $35,000.
Yes.
You knew that you were offering a style different than other salons in town. You named your salon California Nails because you knew that would highlight its distinction. And it became the trendiest salon in town. You said people eagerly waited in lines out the door, I read.
Yeah.
So the licensing requirements were less restrictive than in California. You shared with me before the show that you were able to hire locally and train the staff yourself. At that time, no one else offered acrylic nails in the area, so you, Amanda, were able to charge a premium price, and your revenue skyrocketed.
So, as I understand that this was in Wichita, Kansas, you opened up something you called California Nails,
yes.
And you offered a product in Wichita that was not offered in Kansas before. It was a West Coast acrylic nail.
Yeah.
How? I'll be probably all the male listeners. What's the difference? What is an acrylic nail product, and how is that different from getting a manicure?
People who the manicure is the simple manicure. They just clean up and paint them. That's the paint job and massage and stuff. The acrylics job, it requires more kind of technical, more kind of skill.
So acrylic requires more technical.
Yes,
and bear with me if I'm repeating something, Amanda. And we talked about this. English is not her first language; it's Vietnamese. So I'm repeating for listeners who may not hear her clearly. I can hear her clearly. I've been going to Amanda for years, and again, I want to honor her for sharing her business experience with the audience. Go ahead, Amanda. Did I lose your train of thought?
I was just asking
the difference.
If I went, first of all, I'm not sure I would go to a nail salon.
Well, she does get nails
Not
going.
that I wouldn't benefit from it, but whether I was in New York or Florida,
you go to a nail salon.
You probably get a pedicure.
Whether I was
Cole, you've been to a nail salon.
I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether I was in New York, I didn't realize it was regional. There are different products, or there aren't products that one can get in Kansas that one could get in California.
It's the same product. We just it's the same product, but at that time it's new in Kansas. It's quite new in Kansas.
I have a question just for the listeners that's out there. That's Amanda, you decided out of college you worked part-time in a nail salon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then you opened up your first business in Wichita, Kansas, correct?
Yeah.
So what made you decide as an entrepreneur or that you're going to go into this idea of owning your own business? Was it scary? There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there,
Look,
people
she's
that
nodding
want to
no.
do the same thing. What made you decide you wanted to do this and that you would be successful?
No fear.
No
Go ahead.
fear. I was very confident, and I'm good at art. And like I said, fashion and art is still my passion. And I did it very well for the first shop, for the first nail shop at Newport Beach, and then I just confident to step on the second shop, and I have no fear, and I'm doing very well. I want to finish my 4-year degree, but I'm not able to. I did not have a chance to come back to college, and then I'm just remain and own a nail shop one right after another wherever I go.
You just went and you just did it.
Yes.
You didn't think twice about it.
Right.
You just
and
did
Cole,
it, opened it up, and worked
English
hard.
was not her first language, and she didn't care.
understand.
So for people out there who have the American dream to be a business owner, entrepreneur, you got to continue to hear Amanda's story here with Nails Paradise in Irvine. So I'm going to continue the story of Amanda's journey into the Nails Paradise in Irvine, where you're currently at. So we're still in Wichita, Kansas, and you sold that salon for how much?
$200,000.
Wow. So you bought it for $35,000 and then you sell it for $200,000 a few years later?
I set up with $35,000. The new salon, I set it up with $35,000. I start up with $35,000 and then I sold it $200,000.
That'll make any entrepreneur fearless.
So then you went to Texas, and it was 1996.
Yes.
Acrylic nails were relatively new to the area as well. Licensing regulations were different, and you needed to bring in licensed employees. So what did you do for acrylics?
So I did the same thing, but it took longer in Dallas, Texas, because the weather.
From Dallas, Texas.
Yes. The weather, also the location. It took me a lot longer, about a year later, to build up the clientele, people to know the area and know where I am and who I am.
Is it true that you brought in licensed technicians from
Yes.
California into Dallas, Texas?
Yes.
Because they work faster? Was that
They work faster, and then they bring California. They believe in that people from LA or nail technician from LA, they more experienced and work fast, and then
right. Yeah, I do.
yeah.
I'm originally
They like
from
California.
Texas, and Texas, getting your nails done in Texas and California is night and day. You can be quickly in and out.
Yeah.
There's more of a standard here. I've gone to you for at least 8 years, and my nails don't break quickly. They last a long time, which is a godsend, because I have to say, as much as I love you and all the girls, I hate sitting there and getting my nails done. It's the last thing I want to do, but I have to do it. So I love coming to you. I have to say, honor you and your girls, that everyone is friendly. You all pretty much speak English. You go, and I speak for many female listeners out there when we go to a nail salon and they're talking this other language, and we're like, are they talking about us? Are they laughing at us? And you know everyone's name. I've seen it. You know everyone's name. Everyone, when I go, they know exactly what I want. They know short. I want my nails short, and she wants to be quickly and get out of here. And so you get to know the personalities of each of your customers. And maybe there's an older lady that wants to be there for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, and actually that was a question I had, because sometimes it's a cultural thing. You can't get a quick meal in France. You dine and it takes hours. Maybe in Texas, and you would know because you had a business there, but if the expectation is it's going to be several hours to get your nails done, it's a social event. People, even guys that go to a barber shop, sometimes they just want their hair cut and they want to get out.
Right.
Other times they want to talk about the sports page and they want to watch television and whatever else is going on. So in Texas, when you went there, you try to streamline it and make it more efficient in a faster process.
Yes.
And apparently that people responded favorably to that. People liked that. But before that, perhaps culturally, they just expected that it would be a 2-hour ordeal to get their nails done,
Right.
and you made it quicker.
Like the first salon that I opened in Kansas, it just the way when I operated like the factory, so I want to apply the same thing in Dallas, Texas. I try to bring it up in Dallas, Texas, but it took longer. Like I said, the salon take longer, and I don't know why. But I did it very well, and then I also sold it, and then now people the new owner, they still remain, and they still
Right.
have. in my salon
Thank
until
you.
now.
You're listening to the Business Experience Show. For more information, you can go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com to hear more about Amanda's story from Nails. She's presently owns Nails Paradise in Irvine. So going forward with the story, you had a salon in Dallas, Texas, and then you got a call from your previous employers in California. They were about to retire and wanted to sell you their salon, and you had family out here in California. Correct?
Yes.
And you missed them. And tell us what happened next. You sold your salon in Dallas then to
Yes,
California.
and then I bought the one in California, a nail paradise in California, and I have 2 kids, and I also live in Irvine, and my kids born and grew up in Irvine.
You wanted to
And
come
I
home.
doing very well. Yes, I want to come home, and my family is here.
And
in
you were
California.
not a family member to the previous owner. Why did they sell? Do you want to say why did they sell to you?
Because they knew that they sure 100% I'm doing well in the business.
Right. So they wanted someone that was going to be a legacy and take over and not have it fail.
Not fail.
And so it was 1997 then, right?
Yes.
And so it wasn't long before the old employees left. You offered employees a chance to return, but you really just wanted them to return with their clients to give you and Nails Paradise a chance to win the customers back. And you've been there ever since. You have an amazing American business story, Amanda. You were born in Vietnam, right? And you came to America at age 21. Your family was deeply rooted, I believe you told me, in math and science. You obviously have to overcome language barriers and family objections in addition to the challenges we all face. So this story isn't so much about a nail salon. We're here to tell the story about the challenges you face and successes you've reached as a business owner. The stories you have to share could apply to many of the millions of small businesses in America today. Your experience is unique because you have owned similar businesses in 3 different areas of the country as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur. And while there are certainly differences, let's talk about some of the things that apply to business everywhere. So you have owned Nails Paradise for about 15 years?
14 years.
And so tell us about California, how it's different than the other places you've owned.
Own nail paradise very challenging because when I work with the previous owner, the whole family, they have a sister, brother, nephew, nieces who work there. I am the only one person outsider. Very challenging to own the nail paradise. The customer in Irvine, they have very high expectation. They're very conservative. Price also, you have to maintain your price at very low, regardless, and you have to.
So price is the main factor.
The way when I design nail paradise, we small, but we very personal. I know client. I babysit my client. I babysit my employee at the same time, and we the way when I design nail paradise, I keep the contact with them tightly, like birthday, retime, birthday, anniversary.
You have a good referral base.
Referral base.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amanda, when you came to California, and it sounds like you bought a business that had existing employees, which were the family members of the people that you bought the business. Did I hear you correctly? With
No, when I bought over the nail paradise
in California.
In California, the owner who did not sell for her own sister, and she decided to sell it for me because she know that I will doing well.
But all the employees were still there when you took over, right?
Some of them still there, but some of them I have to let them go because they were upset that why I'm the outsider now, why I have opportunity to take over nail paradise without their family.
So I'm going to jump forward a little bit and ask you, what is your goal with your salon next? Do you have an exit strategy?
It's a very tough question.
Yeah. I know you love what you do.
I love what I do.
And I share this because I think a lot of business owners, they think about their starting and they're going and your business is doing well. But at some point, what becomes the exit strategy?
Well, I mean, to me, the question is, Amanda, are you ready to give up the business and go on and do something else? And number two, have you prepared your company or your business so that you can walk away and enjoy your life a little more?
The reason why I love I love my clients so much, my customers so much, and I didn't know that I have such tight relationship with them. You know, like I live in Irvine. My kids grow up and born in Irvine, and the school Irvine teacher, school principal, they all come and support me. Everybody, the resident, around my neighborhood, they come and support me. So I didn't know. You know, I really want to retire someday, and my girl is not ready. I ask them every day.
You said your girls that help you in the salon.
They're not ready to.
Do you find that you have to be there all the time, or else your business suffers?
Yes, I have to be there all the time.
It's interesting. You point out that price is very important, and I imagine that for other nail salons in the area, if everyone is competing on price, that's a difficult way for anyone to earn a living.
That's correct.
It's difficult when in the fast food market, when one fast food restaurant drops their prices, they all drop their prices. And the airline's the same thing. When one airline drops the prices, they all do. And when that happens, the businesses all suffer because the profit margins are very small. And so if you're going to position yourself in the marketplace, if you're going to position yourself by being the least expensive or the best value, that's tough. That's very tough to do. You talked about customer satisfaction. You talked about service. And I'm sure that you strive to create a great experience every time a customer comes into your shop so that they come back and they tell their friends also. But if your sole business marketing focus is on price, that's a surefire way to burn out, and that's not working smarter. That's working harder for less money. And so there may be ways that we can help focus you so that you can enhance the customer experience and not have to compete with price, so that people would spend an extra $2 or $5 or $10 for the experience in your salon rather than going someplace else to save a few dollars.
And Amanda, going back to, you said that you have many employees, and obviously that supports their families with income. If another owner were to take over your business, then and it were to fail, then the girls suffer. So you have a very compassionate heart.
And Amanda, I know we've talked a little bit earlier about some things, and one of the things, and this goes back to what Kramer's saying too, we're passionate about our business, and it's hard for us to just let go and let other employees, because we feel like we've built the reputation of that company. Every entrepreneur around the world, throughout the United States, feels the same way. We want to care. We care about the customers more than our employees ever will. But what we have to do is actually empower our employees to feel the ownership of the company by putting and establishing internal controls that will help you.
And Amanda, we have a present for you. We decided to give you a website. It's a very basic website. It's something everyone should have at a minimum. We set it up quickly as a one-page website with plenty of room to grow. If you go to nailsparadiseirvine.com, that's yours. nailsparadiseirvine.com. You've got to have a website.
Thank you,
girl. So we'll work with you through. We talked about working. We got lots of work to do, and I'm so happy that you came to us and you share your business experience show, essentially with many business owners. And if you're like Amanda, you're like our previous guest, Comfort Cool fans, you like to talk to us about getting on the show, talk about working with my team, Cole Smith, Doc Kramer. I'm Lisa Caprelli. We respect your time and work hard to give you as much useful content as we possibly can. Again, for information and to reach any of our guests heard today, please go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. Thanks, Amanda, for being with us. We always welcome you networking with us. Thank you for listening. This radio show is produced by Brian Gaps. Special thanks to Doc Kramer and Cole Smith. I'm Lisa Caprelli. Have a profitable week, personally and professionally. See you next week on Angels Radio, AM 830, KLA.